Honestly, the only reason why I'm not drawing Anna from Shaman King again is because I'm trying to do a different series every day, but I was very tempted to still do it and then make my life easier and draw this for day 3, but Misaki is still a close second place when it comes to childhood crushes, so this day goes out to her. For anyone who doesn't know who I'm talking about, first of all, how dare you? Second of all, it's Aizawa Misaki from Kaichou Maid-sama. It's that one shoujo series that I mentioned in day 3 video, but couldn't use because I had it planned for today. Kaichou Maid-sama is a manga series by Fujiwara Hiro that got an anime adaptation once upon a time, and ever since then I've been delusional about wishing for another season to be announced. You guys cannot imagine how dead my eyes were when I got my friend into it a few years ago, and when they finished and asked me, "Oh, nice, so when's the second season coming out?" And I had to tell them that there is no second season. 14 years and counting. This is definitely a 2000 series, and I can't blame anyone who would give it a try in this day and age and not appreciate it as much as I did. But still, how dare you? Okay, I'm joking. But I remember enjoying the hell out of it, not only when I was younger, but also when I was rereading it while already at university. I adore the anime as well. I'm usually a quiet person, but Maid-sama opening is one of those openings that get me singing until my throat is sore. Looking back on it, young Kyu definitely had the type. She's smart and kicks ass? Hell yeah. Anyway, sometimes I actually do wonder if Maid-sama wasn't that popular in other parts of the world when it was coming out, because at the time, everything that was popular was basically guaranteed to have another season, because there wasn't that much stuff coming out anyway. Maybe except for No Game No Life. 10 years and counting. Okay, back on track. Where I grew up, Maid-sama was a popular series. It obviously wasn't the level of hype Naruto or other shonen series were getting, and it wasn't as big as Kuroshitsuji, but at least from my memories of going to cons and meeting up with weeb friends, Maid-sama was the shoujo series. It was arguably bigger than Sailor Moon at the time because it was new and a fresh topic around the time when the weeb culture in my country started taking off for the first time. I swear to God, that dress Misaki was wearing at Maid Latte was in the top 3 most popular cosplays along with Miku and Sebastian, which is why I was always really confused on top of being heartbroken about no further seasons getting announced. But maybe it was just my country, I don't know. The 2000s-ness may be very visible, but I do think it was a genuinely good and entertaining series. The relationships between the characters felt more or less realistic, and they were comically exaggerated whenever it was fit, and it was just the right amount. It's one of those series that has a perfect ending too, literally the kind of ending we as fans were hoping for, and it also got an extra volume a few years back, with the time skip and the kids, and of course I had to buy it to complete my collection. Right now, the funniest thing about Maid-sama is how I sometimes see these anime red flags and anime green flags compilation images online, and Usui, the male lead, is always on both of them. Like, yeah, I see the reasoning behind both choices, and I'm not gonna argue with either, I just think it's really funny. And also, red is a pretty nice color if you know what I mean. While young Kyu's heart belonged to Misaki, Usui was also a character I enjoyed a lot, and it shows in the fact that I always cheered for them to be a couple. To clarify, I never doubted they would end up together. It's a shoujo and a romance, and they were the main leads. Of course they would end up together. That's not even spoilers, that's just how it works. But a lot of the time when I read or watch shoujo or romance, I find myself not liking one of the leads, or both of them, or just being indifferent to them and their relationship. Most of the time I'm like, yeah, I guess they can be together, or yeah, I guess these two as a couple make sense. But I very, very rarely actively cheer on a couple in a romance series. Ironically enough, I'm more likely to cheer for a couple in a non-romance oriented series where there is romance, but it's secondary to the actual plot, so it actually ends up being a several volumes before they even look each other's way type of slow burn. It's not a hard rule, of course. There were some other romance where I was invested more or less from the beginning, but compared to how many romance series come out every single year, both in anime and manga formats, there really are very few of them that get me like that. But with Maid-sama, I was there from the beginning, like, oh yes, I will protect you until my last breath, and you will get your happy ending, even if it's the last thing I do. And I got my wish granted, so I'm really happy about it. I wonder how many people still remember this show and still like it. So if you do, you automatically get bonus points in my eyes. And that is the end of day 4.